Okay. Did I take the wrong path, just like Father Nissan said? True, I never studied how to be a lady. Everything I've learned was done in the hopes that I could help Father someday. But, is that really true? Haven't I always been trying to compete with Nissan, with whom I've had a bad relationship since I was a young girl? Because I wanted to steal his position as successor and show him a thing or two? Every chance he gets, Nissan tells me that men should be manly and women should be womanly. I've been tormented by this unfair discrimination just because of my gender, something people are born with and can't do anything about. I resisted, endeavoring to this very day to study and prove that I'm not inferior, despite being a woman. But doesn't that mean my love of learning comes entirely from a stupid complex I've got against Nissan? Father wanted me to become a lady with whom he could go out in public and not be embarrassed. Did I betray his hopes, earning good grades and threatening Nissan just to satisfy a childhood resentment? Nah. Nah, she did the right thing. She's a goddamn feminist icon. Okay. Young Ava.
私が後ろ宮家の跡継ぎになるんだって、あなたは私に誓ったわ。あんたは。
The one whispering to me was the me of my years as a young girl, born inside my heart on the day I made that oath. That's right. She was my only ally. When things got difficult, when I felt like I was about to get crushed by it all, she would always quietly appear and support me. When I ran into roadblocks and despaired, she would always appear and support me. When I grew up and the memories of my childhood years faded, I also started to forget my conversations with her.
私、後ろ宮エヴァは絶対に後ろ宮家の当主になるの。そして、あのムカつく高慢ちきなクラウスを見返してやるの。そのために一緒に頑張ろうって、あの日私たちは約束したわ。そうね、約束したわ。私は後ろ宮家の当主跡継ぎになるってあの日にね。
On that day, when I had been overcome with sadness, wondering why I was even alive, you appeared from inside me and lent me your strength.
お父様に認められたかった。兄さんの鼻を明かしてやりたかった。そうすれば惨めな自分に決別ができると信じていたわ。
For a time, I truly believed that my life had no purpose other than to be looked down upon by Nissan. It's painful just remembering those days. Their wound, a crack inside my heart. She taught me how to sew up that wound. I turned my anger into effort and improved myself, trying to become a person more worthy of the headship than Kraus was, trying to triumph over him by making Father accept me. It was my perfect revenge. I was vaguely aware that a woman couldn't possibly become the family head, but I thought that maybe, if I could prove myself valuable enough to overturn that premise, then surely even Father would select me to be his successor. If that happened, then I'd be able to have the greatest, most perfect revenge against Nissan, who always acted like his succession to the headship was completely inevitable.
そうすれば私たちの心の傷は癒えるの。その日まで頑張ろうって誓い合ったわ。なのに、あなたはその約束を破るの？クズ、育児なし、へそかんで死んじゃえば？
Even though she looked like me as a kid, she was still another me. Her tongue was sharp because it was mine.
自分に言われても腹が立つわね。そこまでボロクソに言われる筋合いはないわ。ならばその怒りを勉強に費やしましょうよ。怒りを力に変えるのが私の魔法。この力で何度もあなたの窮地を救い、あなたはなせないはずのことを成し遂げてきた。私の魔法がある限り、あなたにできないことなどありはしないわ。そうね、怒りはいつも私の原動力だったわ。いつからそれを忘れてしまったのかしら。私を思い出せたなら、あの魔法の力は再び私たちのもの。さあ、その怒りを力に変えて、もっともっと勉強に励みましょう。きっと私たちにはまだまだ勉強が足りないのよ。 大学院に進んでもっといっぱい勉強して優れた成績を出してクラウスを追い詰めてやりましょう。あいつ何でもなさそうな顔してるけどきっと心は相当追い詰められてるわ。早く身の程を思い知って死んじゃえばいいのに。
Wow.
そうすれば私たちが当主になれる。ルドルフは辞退してくれるわ。あの子は私には逆らえないもの。よして、もうこれ以上勉強してもお父様は私を認めてくれないのよ。どうして？お父様は私に女らしくしろと言って、私がどれだけ頑張ろうと女である限り、たとえ私が兄さんより先に生まれていたとしても、私がどれだけ努力を重ねようとも私は認められない。何の努力もしない兄さんを超えられない。永遠に見下され続ける。お父様もクラウスも最低の男尊主義者だわ。早く死んじゃえばいいのに。
She cursed them for my sake. Words that I couldn't say so easily, she said for me. Even though I understand that she's just another part of myself inside of me, I feel like she's the only ally I have who can sympathize with me. However, while sympathy might do a lot to calm my heart, it won't do anything to improve my current situation. In the end, she can only console me for however long it takes me to be dejected by reality before I finally accept it.
ありがとう。もう結構よ。こうとなったらお父様が驚くような淑女になってやるわ。兄さんなんかとは比べ物にならない立派な男を探して。
Oh yeah, fucker. Kraus got nothing on my man Hideyoshi. You did right in that department.
ダメ、そんなの。
She rejected my timid thoughts. I understand. Because she is me, I understand.
お父様は少なくとも今は女に当主を継がせないと言っている。でもそれすらも所詮はお父様が決めたルールでしかないの。お父様が決めた以上それを破棄できるのもお父様。人の気持ちなど浜のマサゴが尽きるよりはるかに早く変わるわ。クラウスが愚鈍な男であることは私たちが立証しなくてもやがてお父様も理解する。その時男女の境のくだらない垣根はそれを設けたお父様によって取り払われるの。その日は必ず来るわ。どうして必ずなんて言えるのよ。それが私の魔法だから。あなたが信じてくれさえすればこの魔法は必ず奇跡を呼ぶの。私の魔法の源はあなたの信じる心だけ。
If I use this magic, then surely I'll never have to doubt until the day I die that I'll eventually become the head. But I don't know if that's the right thing for Ushiromia Eva. Maybe I should aim to become the kind of lady Father wants, someone who can proudly participate in high society. And if I'm reborn, maybe Father will change his opinion of me. Maybe I can find my own lifestyle, just as Nissan has found his. And, anyway, I just can't imagine my stubborn father choosing a woman like me as the head. Especially if it means skipping over Kraus.
信じないの？あのね、私には当主は告げないかもしれないけれど、私は女で子を産むことができるわ。もし兄さんに子供ができず、私だけが子供を産めたなら、兄さんの次の当主は私の子供ということになるでしょ。それはつまり、私が兄さんから当主の座を奪うのと同じ意味にならないかしら。本気で言ってるの？ええ、本気よ。少女時代からの決意を捨てるのは確かにとても悲しいこと。私の少女時代そのものであるあなたを裏切るのは、でもそれが一番現実的なのよ。夢を捨てるの？そして私も捨てるの？捨てるんじゃない。私も大人になってあなたと決別する日が来たということよ。そうね、エヴァはもう大人になったわ。魔法の使い方さえ忘れてしまった。今は一児の母。自ら夢を叶える魔法を忘れ去ってその夢を息子に押し付けている。 自らの人生をお父様やクラウスによってめちゃくちゃにされたくせに、あなたもそれが大人というものなの？ジョージはどこに出しても恥ずかしくない自慢の息子よ。私には叶えられなかった夢をジョージなら叶えられるかもしれない。
Yes, the dream you wanted.
ジェシカなんて成績も貧困も不良じゃない。それに女なのよ。ジェシカさえ辞退してくれればジョージが跡継ぎになることだって。
Even saying it was painful. Am I just forcing my own regrets onto George? Yes. It's not like I have any right to look on Jessica with scorn. Yes. Wasn't I just horrible for hitting her with the same words that had caused me so much suffering? Yes. I understand. I understand. The desire to triumph over my brother is part of my own personal revenge. I can't use George for that. Yes.
だから私自らが復讐するわ。ルドルフとローザを味方に兄さんから金をせしめようという計画があるの。きっと一矢報いることができるわ。何しろ兄さんがお父様の資産をつまみ食いしているのは確かなんだから。つまんない計画、そんなのさっさとやめて泣き寝入りでもしちゃえば。
God damn. Younger Ava was even more of a little shit than older Ava. Jesus Christ.
私たちは後ろ宮家の当主になるの。その夢をごまかさないで。だから絶対に叶えられると私を信じて。私の魔法を信じて。
Yeah, I'm guessing whoever this is fucking one of the other witches in disguise. I'm guessing from how just from their volume of how loud they are and how easily upset this one tends to get that it's Lambda in disguise. You know, playing on Ava's like, oh yeah, I was, you know, my younger self always reached out to me, so now that we're in this game, now Lambda's entering the story as a younger Ava, saying, no, come on, I got magic. Use my magic, goddammit.
信じたら魔法は力を持つのかしら。うん。私の魔法はどんな願いも
And wasn't Lambda listed as like the witch of certainty? Like, wasn't that her title?
信じるわ。信じるから。その魔法で奇跡を起こして。そうでなくちゃ私の心の傷は永久に癒されない。うん。ならよく聞いて。
And honestly, the facial expressions do resemble what I saw of Lambda pretty well.
私の魔法の言葉、そしてそれを理解して。謎が解けたなら私たちは後ろ宮家の当主になれるの。だから耳を澄ましてよく聞いて。
The old sweet shit forever, you seek the old man up the epitaph. And you gotta read that back to me.
エヴァ姉さん、そろそろ着くみたいですよ。
Kyrie shook her shoulders. Ava jumped and awoke from her doze.
ごめんなさいね。寝ぼけてたわ。驚かせてしまってごめんなさいね。
エヴァおばさん、ぐっすりでしたね。朝はだいぶ早かったんすか？
まあね、恥ずかしいところを見せちゃったわ。ごめんなさい。
眠れるくらい余裕があるのは大したもんだぜ。バートラなんかずっと落ちるーったの沈むーったの全く退屈しないやつだぜ。
うるせえな。人間誰しも苦手の一つや二つくらいあるもんだぜ。
Peddler and Jessica came in, messing around. Rudolph also made a face as if asking, "Are you okay?"
しっかりしろよ。親父たちの顔を見れば眠気もすっ飛ぶさ。せいぜいお互い頑張ろうぜ。
そうね。特に今年はしっかりしないとね。
だな。お互いケツの穴を引き締めてかかろうぜ。
Rudolph said these strict words in a small voice that only Ava could hear. Failure would not be tolerated in this year's family conference. All of their companies were hanging in the balance. Even Rudolph's face looked a little tense. Ava's expression probably looked tense as well.
母さん、荷物を持つよ。甲板に上がろう。
ありがとう。ジョージは本当に気が利くわね。
どうして急にお礼なんか。母さんらしくもない。
エヴァ、ジョージ、到着やで。荷物をまとめるんや。
到着
こらマリア、転ぶから走るのをやめなさい。
Shut up. See, Maria was already getting excited. Yeah, let the girl be excited, goddamn. She ran circles around Hideyoshi, escaping from Rosa, who was trying to catch her.
どうしたの母さん。具合悪いの？
ジョージ、荷物を持って先に行ってなさい。母さんは貧血だろ。わしが肩を貸すわ。
そう、わかったよ。先に行ってるよ。
Something odd in Ava's expression told Hideyoshi that it hadn't been a pleasant awakening, so he made George go on ahead. Rudolph's family and Rosa's family also went up onto the deck, leaving only Ava and Hideyoshi inside the boat. Ava had a vague expression on her face, as though she still hadn't been able to escape from her daydream.
どないしたんや。神妙な顔して。
私、ジョージを自分の復讐の道具にしてたんじゃないかしら。私の兄さんに対する子供じみた敵対心のせいで、あの子、私はなんてこと。
そんなことあらへん。ジョージはどこに出しても恥ずかしゅうないわしらの自慢の息子や。仮にエヴァの思惑が多少混じっとったとしても、
That's true.
結果オーライっちゅう
Even
も
if your
んやない
intention
か。
was for him to, take over as the head, you still raised like a really good kid.
エヴァはな、もう悪うない。
Like, regardless of your intentions, you did raise a good child, so I guess, Hideyoshi's got a point. The end result is what really matters, and
む
pretty
し
damn good
ろ
end result.
ジョージは厳しくしつけてくれたと感謝しとるくらいやで。
本当にねえ、本当ジョージは私のこと嫌な母さんだと思ってないかしら。ねえねえねえね
そんなことただの一度も口にしたことあらへんで。
Okay, I think the main reason I kind of shat on Ava so much is like, I never saw anything from her perspective. Now that we're seeing all these moments from her perspective, I think I'm definitely gonna warm up to Ava a lot more. God damn.
エヴァの杞憂や。
And we're seeing a lot more of Ava's
秀吉様。
vulnerable moments.
皆様下船なさっておりますよ。おや、何か落とし物です。お手伝いしましょうか。
Kumasawa would come check on them when they hadn't gone up to deck. Hideyoshi hid Ava behind his back so that her expression wouldn't be seen.
ああ、すまんな。ちょっとわしのネクタイピンがいかれてもうてな。もう大丈夫や。すぐ行くで。外で待っててや。
Oh.
そうですか。
Even though she didn't really understand, Kumasawa realized that something had come up and disappeared so that she didn't trouble them further. If they stayed here any longer, they would probably make everyone else worry too.
そろそろ行こうか。ジョージたちを心配させてまうで。
私、本当にジョージに恨まれてない。
ああ、恨まれてなんかあら。むしろ感謝しとるぞ。
At least she acts like she fucking cares about her kid. Like, once again, regardless of whether or not what her intentions were, like, she does legitimately care about her kid. Like, yeah, she was kind of using him in an attempt to get back at Kraus, for sure. That's definitely something to admonish her for sure. But, like, at the end of the day, she still cares about her kid, to the point where her kid still cares about her.
悪い夢でうなされたんか。また。
Hideyoshi knew that Ava was often tormented by nightmares, and they always grew more marked on the days leading up to the family conference. Hideyoshi knew that Ava's relationship with Kraus was still full of antagonism to the point of being traumatic, and that she still couldn't let go of the feelings she'd had as a child.
それは夢や。わしが一緒にいる。
Hideyoshi being a damn king. Love to see it.
こうして手をギュッと握っとったら、そんな夢もな。ほら。
My man.
痛いわ。ありがとう。もう平気よ。降りましょう。
Hideyoshi, a goddamn king. You love it.
ああ。降りようか。みんな待たせてるで。
Love to see it.
ごめんなさい。
ん？
さっきあなたのタバコの煙のこと怒鳴ってごめんなさい。
普段ならそんなことで謝らんくせに。悪い夢見た後のお前は気弱でいかん。気にするなや。お前に煙が届いていることを気づかんかったわしが悪いんや。
私のこと嫌いになった？
ならんならん。この程度で嫌いなんて言うとったら3日もたんで。ささ、たったたった。折れるで、折れるで。
秀吉様、エヴァ様、大丈夫ですか？お体が優れませんか？
This time it was Goda. It looked like they'd kept everyone waiting too long after all. Even Ava had to stand up without grumbling now. She had to stop forcing her bad mood onto her husband, causing him any more trouble. Because that wasn't something a good wife would do.
大丈夫ですか？体調が気になられるようでしたら、南條先生をお呼びしましょうか。
ありがとう。ちょっと貧血気味でね。もう大丈夫よ。
婦人病中やっちゃ。
Yep, only women get anemia, my guy.
気にせんといてや。
I have anemia, but you're a man. You can't have anemia.
そんなの人に言わないでよ。恥ずかしいわ。
おお、すまんすまん。
Hideyoshi, you're an oddball, but I love you. Ava elbowed Hideyoshi in the gut. By that time, her normal expression had returned, which allowed Hideyoshi to relax a little. Yeah, nah, Hideyoshi a goddamn king. This man always standing up for his woman. You love to see it. Not like that's the thing. Not even in public. In private, he's fucking looking out, making sure she's doing all right, trying to be by her side, trying to cheer her up, make her feel better. A real fucking man. We stand Hideyoshi. I mean, shit, you saw that conversation with him and Rudolph. Like, cares about his employees. I don't remember exactly what his situation was that he's in. Something about shareholders when he went public with stocks or something. But, like, man legit cares about his employees, and that's the driving force behind him wanting to get the money. It's not necessarily that he's like, I want money, money, money. He's like, I need this money to look out for my employees. I don't want to fuck over my employees. And it's like, respect. He's a rich man who actually cares about his employees. Those are very fucking rare.